So today it looks like Kanye West visited Donald Trump at Trump Tower.
No, I was hoping it's Kanye's.
There he is. There he is.
Kanye! Mr. Trump, Kanye, what did you guys discuss in your meeting today?
The headline reads, "The Donald embraced his troubled friend at Trump Tower as Ivanka looks on, as the rapper talks bullying and violence, hands over a book of nudes, but does not offer to play the inauguration." Kanye West, 39, who requested a meeting with the president, had a 15-minute sit-down after arriving at Trump Tower. West swept into the gilded lobby and was taken upstairs with an entourage, which included Corey Gamble, 35, his mother-in-law's boyfriend. After the meeting, Trump came downstairs to see him out of the building, something he had only previously done with a Japanese bank executive. His daughter, Ivanka, went with him. Trump called West his friend and told the rapper, who was hospitalized with a nervous breakdown until last week, "You take care of yourself." Secret Service concluded that West was not a risk to Trump's safety after assessing him due to his psychiatric hold. Last month, West called Trump a genius at a concert in California, in multiple concerts actually, and was booed by an apparently Clinton-loving crowd.
I said something that was kind of politically correct. I told y'all I didn't vote, right? But I didn't tell you. I guess I told you. But if I would have voted, I would have voted on Trump. To black people, stop focusing on racism. This world is racist, okay? Let's stop being distracted to focus on that as much.
Millennial morons, what do you expect? One reporter claimed Trump will offer Kanye a potential role, while another said West wants to speak to the president-elect again to raise the issue of violence in his native town of Chicago. Wow, something that Barack Obama, I think, never did. I never really saw him talk about the violence in Chicago, and he was criticized multiple times by gun owners because, you know, he was taking this hard anti-gun stance all throughout his, his terms as president, but he never confronted the violence that was happening in his hometown of Chicago. I mean, it's impossible to carry a gun outside in Chicago. You can have one in your house, but it's impossible to carry a gun. And I have some personal experience with this. I'm originally from Indiana, and I used to go from Indiana to Missouri pretty constantly because my dad lived there before he died of AIDS. And my brother had a CCW from Indiana, and he would carry because, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, they can be dangerous spots. And we always had to make sure that we avoided Illinois. And one time we actually got lost on the turnpike and ended up driving through Illinois and Chicago. And if we would have been pulled over, we would have both been felons. After the meeting, West used Twitter to disclose that he had wanted to discuss multicultural issues, which he said were bullying, supporting teachers, and modernizing curriculums, and the violence in Chicago. Yeah, Trump is such a racist. "I feel it's important to have a direct line of communication with our future president if we truly want change," he said. How amazing is this? Barack Obama met with rappers, but it was never to, talk about social issues as far as I know. It was to talk about how cool Obama was and to maybe, rap about some hoes and some drug dealing. The 15-minute meeting, however, did not include a request or an offer to perform at the presidential inauguration next month. That would be hilarious. I think that Kanye West should perform at the inauguration. Instead, Trump said they talked about life, and he happily posed, giving his signature thumbs up with Kanye and his daughter Ivanka in his personal office. Then Trump descended to the lobby of Trump Tower to say goodbye to West and honor his extended to just one other visitor and to none of the people he interviewed about top-level positions in his administration. Mitt Romney must be rolling in his bed right now. Kanye, who until last week was in the hospital in Los Angeles recovering from a reported nervous breakdown, did not respond to questions about whether he would run in 2020 and said, "I just want to take a picture right now."
Just friends, and he's a good man. Doing well. Long time. We've been friends for a long time. Life. We discussed it.
Money in 2020. Do you think that's something you still want to do in light of this meeting? Kanye, are you considering performing at the inauguration? Hi, Kanye, no comment about your meeting with the president-elect. This is the president-elect of the United States. Nothing to say?
I just want to take a picture right now.
I mean, Kanye, VP to President Trump. I don't know. That'd be pretty hilarious. So apparently Kanye is feeling a little bit better, but he was pretty silent with this whole meeting. It looks like his hair's turning a little gray. And I mean, maybe Kanye's coming to the light side. You look at a bunch of his record albums, his covers, and they're just purely satanic. I mean, check out this one right here. You've got he's posing himself as Christ. He's got the double cross on his arm. He's seated in a chair of power. He's surrounded by lesbians, and you also see this demonic-looking woman in the lower right-hand corner. It's purely satanic. So, I mean, this probably is, part of his mental issues. One of the signs of a demonic possession or infestation is definitely confusion. And there's that saying that says, those who God wishes destroy, first he destroys their mind. So, maybe Kanye has taken a turn for the better. He's, hopefully seeing the light, and maybe that's why he's having this mental breakdown. He's devoted his life all this time to the dark powers and to pop culture and to selling sex, and it gets to you. I mean, you have your own sins, but those are multiplied by the sins that you cause others to commit. So, I mean, that's why it's so dangerous to be a famous person, because you're so responsible. Everything you put out, every piece of artwork you put out, you're responsible for. You're responsible for how they affect the other people in the world. So you just have them posing here, taking some friendly photos together, which is nice. I mean, this is great to see a black man and a white man, the president, who everybody's calling a racist, accepting black Kanye West to his Trump Tower, giving him honors that he's only given to one other person. Not to Mitt Romney, not to the the previous governor of Texas, Rick Perry, none of them. So it just goes to show the love that Trump has in his heart, because he knows that Kanye West is having a hard time, and he wants to support him, and he wants to give him some confidence, and he wants to make him feel good again. And Kanye's looking great in these photos. So Kanye, if you're listening, come over to the light, buddy. We need more. We need more people. It's just more photos of Trump and Kanye. Trump is so classy. You gotta love this dude's looks, man. I mean, he's got a very iconic look, to say the least. As Kanye left, Trump said, "Man, you take care of yourself. I'll see you soon, buddy."
Do you wish you were voting for him, Kanye?
And you take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. All right?
Tell me about the press conference that was rescheduled. Maybe about Rex Tillerson.
It was a reference to the rapper's hospitalization due to a nervous breakdown. The Secret Service had assessed that West was not a threat after, his reported breakdown. The title of the book, which Kanye brought, is unclear. A source told TMZ that it would not be going on the Trump office coffee table, possibly in reference to its content. Kanye, what are you doing, buddy? Trump had also brought his daughter Ivanka down to see off West, and she was by his side as they embraced. Reports on the outcome of the meeting differed. E! News suggested that West wanted to discuss becoming an ambassador of sorts, while Trump was interested in him taking an entrepreneurial leadership role. TMZ, however, said there was no discussion of possible roles, and instead that West just wants to meet Trump again to discuss promoting peace on the streets of Chicago, where the murder rate has soared, probably because they banned public ownership of guns. And it's just like all these other leftist liberal policies. I mean, they sound really good on the surface. Hey, we're going to take guns off the street. There's going to be less shootings. There's going to be less violence. But the truth of the matter is like cops can't be everywhere at all times. And when something happens, you're always the first responder to any situation in your life. Even if it only takes cops 5 minutes to get to your house or 2 minutes to get to your house. I mean, the amount of bullets that could get sprayed into you or your family that amount of time is just, it's unfathomable. And that's why every rational adult needs to be responsible for their own safety. West, who was born and brought up in Chicago, was said to have planned 2 meetings, one without a focus on Chicago and the next raising how he can help bring down the murder rate himself. Way to go, Kanye. There's been no independent confirmation from the Trump transition team of the nature of the discussion. The rapper had swept into Trump Tower with an entourage, which included his mother-in-law's 35-year-old boyfriend shortly after 9. TMZ reported that the meeting was at Kanye's request and that Trump had agreed to it. Wow, I mean, that's just amazing, dude. I mean, for him to just, accept a meeting with a rapper or, a hip-hop artist, an R&B artist, I don't know what he's classified as. I don't know if he'd technically be a rapper. But, Trump's been very gracious to the people that support him. The 39-year-old, who until last week was recovering from a nervous breakdown in L.A., who had been hospitalized till the 21st, was taken upstairs without speaking to reporters. Trump's transition team is currently looking for performers at the inauguration on January 20th, and the addition of one of rap's biggest names would clearly be a huge coup. So I guess he is technically a rapper. Trump's inaugural committee is hoping to attract more star power to the presidential inauguration in January, but efforts are reportedly coming up short. A Hollywood source told The Wrap that the inaugural committee was talking to Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Lee Greenwood, and possibly Garth Brooks, who told TMZ that he's open to the idea of performing. Can you imagine if people were refusing to perform for Obama? It would be like, oh my gosh, they're a bunch of racists. They just don't want to perform for him because he's a racist. Well, maybe, these people don't want to perform for Donald Trump because he's a white guy. Because he supports, policies that are going to help the working class. And, all these liberal morons, they're so disassociated from the working class. When you're surrounded by people and you're eating posh dinners all day and you're buying whatever you want, it's easy to forget what it's like to struggle to pay the bills, to struggle to pay for the power, to struggle to put new shoes on your kids' feet. And you just kind of write their problems off as like bigotry or insensitivity or just, lack of knowledge. But these are real issues, and this is why Donald Trump won. It wasn't just white people that had these issues. Black people have these issues. Mexican people have these issues. Indian people have these issues. It's not about identity politics. It's about real issues that people really wanted to have solved. And Hillary Clinton was not talking about any of those issues. As Kellyanne Conway said, she was just saying, I'm not Trump. Yeah, I'm terrible, but I'm not Trump. Yeah, I took all this money from big banks, but I'm not Trump. That's not enough. But the same source said that the Trump team really wanted more popular acts, like Justin Timberlake. Why? Bruno Mars. Ugh. These people are terrible. I mean, who listens to Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars? I mean, I don't know. I don't. But I guess I don't really listen to a lot of music. I mostly just listen to jazz and blues because I don't want to be, influenced by certain words or images that these people are putting through in their music. Sometimes I just want something I can listen to, and I can also listen to myself think. But in order to attract top talent, sources told The Wrap that the members of the Presidential Inaugural Committee have been offering up cold hard cash with a name-your-price mentality. Two sources told the publication that members of the Trump Inaugural Committee contacted them and offered cash or even a government appointment to get talent to come to the late January affair. An inaugural committee spokesman denied it all. Yeah, I mean, who are these sources? Come on, you can't give away a government appointment. Oh, Ted Nugent, or hey, Timberlake, you want to play at the event? We'll make you the ambassador to Greece, and then, you can have a house in Greece, and you'll get a government paycheck. Like, give me a break, dude. I mean, it just seems like more slander story to me. But, I mean, I got to give it up to Trump here. He's supporting a man in need, man. Kanye West, dude. He came out for the homie, Trump. He supported Trump. And now Trump's supporting him, and that's just the way Trump works, man. I mean, if you listen to the stories of the people in Trump's life, that's just kind of like Trump's modus operandi. I mean, people are in need, people that are around him that have supported him, he turns around and supports them. But I just like to say, way to go, Donald. We're all praying for you. We're all praying for your safety, buddy. God bless you.
Hey, if you like this video, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. It really helps get the message out there, and it really motivates me to make more videos. Thanks a lot.